Hello, everyone. Thank you for the opportunity to address you on the occasion of the annual review of HIV/AIDS by the United Nations General Assembly. I'm Shamin Mohamed Jr., NGO Delegate for North America on the UNAIDS PCB. I'm also the then 15-year-old founder of LetsStopAIDS, which inspires youth globally to take action in their local communities. This year marks 20 years for LetsStopAIDS. I apologize for being unable to attend this meeting in person and as well due to virtual issues, as we are preparing for the 54th UNAIDS PCB meeting in Geneva. First, I would like to commend the United Nations for this historic work in discussing and articulating and seeking consensus in negotiations that often determine the fate of millions of people worldwide. In the United Nations, in UNAIDS PCB, civil society plays a crucial role. The fight against HIV demands coordinated multi-stakeholder action from both grassroots movements and the highest levels of government. We need strategic changes and coordination at the national level and requires shifts in individual behaviors to meet the United Nations goals of eradicating new HIV infections. We are not just partners, we are passionate advocates for the communities we serve. At the 54th UNAIDS PCB meeting, we'll be advocating for widespread global, unrestricted HIV testing. It remains essential to connect with people living with HIV to the necessary treatment and care. This ensures their quality of life and increases the number of people with undetectable viral loads, making them untransmissible. Combined with innovative prevention methods such as PrEP, this can accelerate the reach of the 2030 targets outlined in the SDGs. We thank all UN member states for their work over the last decade, but we also must continue to focus on HIV as a global agenda. We urge all members to implement evidence-based programs and people-centered approaches, including facility-based and community-based testing, self-testing, and other appropriate methods. We recognize that target populations while designing public policies and create specific actions based on group behavior. One-size-fits-all solutions won't work, and the criminalization of key populations is the opposite of what we need right now. We also want to endorse harm reduction strategies worldwide. In countries where harm reduction is implemented, it has been effective for people who use drugs and access HIV prevention, treatment, and care. Despite being sometimes politicized, evidence shows that harm reduction prevents new HIV infections. We must understand how countries have adopted these strategies and if funding has been adequately allocated. Finally, the NGO delegation is deeply concerned about the deprioritization and underfunding of HIV responses globally. Despite incredible pharmacological advances, many regions still struggle with accessible testing, prevention, and treatment. Systemic failures, lack of prioritization, inadequate investment, misinformation, and pervasive stigma continues to hinder our progress. We in civil society understand that countries are at an advanced stage in achieving zero new HIV infections. This is the result of our collective efforts. However, coordinated action from member states remains vital as this historic fight reaches its final stretch. Remember, civil society is your partner, your friend, and we are united in the quest for a healthy planet, a just society, and the dignity of every individual. Thank you.